You are watching Park TV. Welcome to Monadnock Tonight with your host, Steve Jackson, coming to you live from the studios of the Park Theater in downtown Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Join Steve and his guests today, the granddaughter of the founder of the original Park Theater, Lynn Lambert, and singer-songwriter Doug Farrell. Now sit back, relax, and here's Steve.
Well, good evening, and welcome to Park TV's Monadnock Tonight. And it is Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. It's about 5 p.m. here on the East Coast, and this is show number 36. We started back in late March when it was still pretty darn cold out, and boy, have times changed. And yes, I am Steve Jackson. I'm the CEO of the Park Theater, your host for this program, and so glad you all have been able to join us. We have two very interesting and entertaining guests today. The first is the granddaughter of the founder of the Park Theater, plus an acclaimed musician and songwriter. Also, because it's Thursday, our weekly Go Monadnock segment with Kim Graham. But first, a couple of notes for you folks. We are coming to you live on YouTube, and we want to remind you to tell your friends. It's easy enough to watch us there as it is on Facebook. In fact, many would say it's easier on YouTube. Where it's on our YouTube channel, and the easiest way to get to our YouTube channel is just go to parkyoutube.com. One word, parkyoutube.com. Couldn't be simpler. We also, another note, we would like to thank our friends over at the Woodbound Inn for having us as the recipient of two of their Wednesday buffet fundraisers. We had another one last night, and thanks to everyone at the Woodbound Inn, and thanks to everyone who came out and had a buffet dinner at the Woodbound Inn, and for supporting us. We really appreciate that. And here's a reminder on our free curated movie website on theparktheater.org, which is Park Pix Flicks. We have a whole bunch of movies that are still there that are free, curated and free for you to watch. But starting today is a very funny film from the 60s. It's called The Magic Christian from 1969. It stars, the list goes on and on. It stars Peter Sellers, Ringo Starr, John Cleese, Richard Attenborough, Christopher Lee, Raquel Welch, and it's just, and that list, Lawrence Harvey, they just keeps going on with a lot of cameos in it, but it is one of those kind of wild romps from Great Britain at that time. And we have a trailer to show you for that film. So let's take a look at the trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is commonly known as money. It comes in all sizes, colors, and denominations, like people. We'll be using quite a bit of it in the next 2 hours. Luckily, I have enough for all of us.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Make your mind up fast.
Agnes?
Yes?
Nipple.
If you want it anytime, I can give it. But you better hurry, cause it may not last. Did I hear you say that there must be a catch? Will you walk away from a fool and his money? If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. But you better hurry.
Hello. Is everyone hearing me? Because I am not hearing myself right now. And we have lost our first guest. It looks like we're ready for another glitch day. Kim, are you hearing me? Well, that's quite surprising. Well, I'm going to need to hear the guests. We had in the wings Lynn Lambert, but I don't know what happened to her. Let me do. Let's see what we'll do. Kim, I'm going to bring you on for a moment and wax eloquent for a moment, Lynn Lambert. And I'm going to be right back. What
Okay.
happened to her? Okay.
I had to turn off all of my screens so that I can pay attention. We could hear you. We could hear you. Now, let me just see. When we do this, there's always a lag between what is on our screen with Be Live and then what's on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. But I can hear me on Facebook. So we'll just live TV. We'll just go. All right. So Thursday, we always talk about what's happening on the weekend. GoMonadnock.com is a community website, and on there is a community calendar, lots of different things that are happening in the region. And I focus specifically on the towns of the Conval School District because I'm a one-woman show and that's all I can handle at the moment. But on Thursdays, I send out an email and it's the top 5 things. So it's a curated list. It has a little bit of everything in it. And it's just what I think are the best events. If you had to choose, what should you do? So that went out this morning. I am pleased to let you know that live music is coming back into the region, which is great. It's much needed for our community and also for the restaurants and the areas that the live music is taking place. So except when it rains, there's always music Thursday at noon in Depot Park in Peterborough. Then also Friday evening starting at 6 in Depot Park in Peterborough. There is this Friday night, the Dub Hub, which is the Dublin Community Center, is having an open stage. And I think the time is at 6 o'clock. You'll have to check the website. I've got a lot of numbers and times running in my head, but I think it's 6 o'clock. And also I want to mention on, let me see, I think it's the 31st. Yeah, the 31st, which is next week. Just jumping ahead, Wendy Keith, who was a guest on our show, she's going to be doing a fundraiser at the Dublin Community Center. So you have to buy tickets and you get some pizza with that event. So that should be a good event. So I also was driving through Greenfield today and I noticed that again this weekend there's going to be music at the Hungry Goats Eatery, and they always have their music out on the patio. So I'm assuming that it's fair weather only, but there's lots of space for you to distance, and they ask that you wear your mask.
Oh,
so I know
this is Steve Jackson looking for Lynn. Lynn,
I know that Steve, you have to put your microphone on mute. So anyway,
no internet connection
Friday
whatsoever?
and Saturday. Hang on. Let me type to Steve. Put yourself on mute. This is what I do. This is my behind the scenes job.
Yeah. We're going to do the musicians next, and then we'll come to you. So if you can keep trying and then use that,
He's trying to get her back on the link. Okay, I'm going to just talk over him. Electric Earth concert is streaming a video Saturday at 4 o'clock. That is Mimi Solomon on piano, Laura Gilbert on flute, and Jonathan Bagg on viola. So that was recorded all together. So it's a treat to hear musicians play together these days with coronavirus. If you are a lover of the arts and painting specifically, Susan Allen from Harrisville has a show at the Jaffrey Civic Center, and that runs through the end of next week to the end of July. Also, Monadnock Summer Lyceum continues on Sunday. The performance starts at 10:45. They always have a musical guest, and then the speaker always starts at 11. So this is author Gish Jen, who's going to be the speaker and talking about her book called The Resistors. It's kind of a baseball theme. And then music guest is 7 Times Salt, which is the pre-show, like I said, at 10:45. So that's it. Steve, I wanted to make mention that I did go to the Woodbound Inn last night and had some buffet. Gave my little donation to the Park Theater. Oh, now I can't hear you.
All
There
right.
you go.
Now I'm back. Thank you very much, Kim, for doing that.
You're welcome.
Very nice. And again, thanks to everyone else who was there last night and who was there the week before. Don't forget to go to the Woodbound Inn, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to ask Doug if he might be able to come up next, because what we're having on Lynn's end is a little bit of connectivity issues. She lost her signal there. So as we all know, what usually happens with an internet signal, you must reboot your modem and all those lovely things. So she's working on that now.
She was coming in so clear.
I know. And then it just locked up on her. But I have faith that she will return. But I think it might be nice for us to we'll start with Doug and hear some beautiful music, and then we'll come back, and hopefully we will have Lynn back on in the not too long from now.
And if you need me to stall, I'm just in the wings.
I know you did a very good job. We're rearranging the show on the fly, but let me I'll say goodbye to you right now. Thank you, Kim, for your report.
You're welcome.
We're going to let me introduce our next guest. Kim's not a guest, she's a regular. All right, thanks, Kim.
You're welcome.
So our first guest now is going to be singer-songwriter Doug Farrell. And as Doug has on his website, Southern New Hampshire singer-songwriter Doug Farrell has been playing and honing his craft throughout central New England since escaping New Jersey for the sanity of New Hampshire in the late 1990s. Doug's songwriting is shaped by his artisan carpenter eye, the ear of a poet, and the heart of an artist. And I don't think you can put that's about as good as a recipe I've ever heard. His songs range from humorous to dark and yet simple. They're simple yet deceptively layered with nuance, wit, and substance that render them easy to hear and hard to forget. I like that recipe. Let us bring in Mr. Doug Farrell. And 1, 2, and gosh, we're really having some problems today because now I am not seeing Doug. Wow. Let me put you again in the wings. All righty. Well, we're really, we've had a week of glitches here, folks. I'm very sorry. Let me, I am going to bring back Kim for a moment as I will reboot our system to see if Doug, if you can hear us, we may need you to reboot your system. So here, Kim, I'm going to let you come in.
Okay. Just turn off your mic. Okay. I'm on. Just turn off your mic, Steve. All right. So this is now the Kim Graham Show. I don't even know what to talk about. Let's talk about, goodness gracious. What else can I talk about? I'm not used to this. Oh, so we were talking about music. I know that there is live music that's going to be happening in Jaffrey, I believe next week at Cafe 523. Matt the sax, he plays around in a lot of places in town. Let's see what else I can.
Well, we can also, Kim, while we're waiting for our guests to return, hopefully, we do have Granite Peach coming on next week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and they're very well known locally too.
And I'm trying to remember how many, are there 3 members, I think.
3. Yep.
And we'll also talk about our next guests, if they can make it on through our system. Tuesday, we have Sadie Halliday from the Bean Group, who's going to give us some introspection into the real estate market in our area. And anyone else that we can let people in on?
I'm so flustered. I'm just trying to blank.
I know we're a bit flustered today.
I know.
It's a bit crazy to say the least.
It is crazy.
Have
you, now we're just going to talk regular. Have you talked to Donnie about how he has to close Lab and Lager?
I have not heard that. No.
Oh, geez. This Saturday is going to be his last day at Lab and Lager because of the whole roundabout situation that's going to be coming aboard in Jaffrey. The state has made the decision to move ahead with that, and so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they are. I know the plan was for the state to obtain his property because they needed that to make the roundabout happen.
Yep.
But we haven't seen much news lately about the roundabout, and but that's news.
Yeah. I read something in the paper, and then I know that he made a post today on Facebook that said that Saturday was going to be his last day. So that stinks.
Yeah.
Were there other businesses that were going to be taken over?
No, as I recall, there's some loss of some parking spaces that will be an issue. Now I see Doug is back, but I don't see a visual. So I am concerned about that. I'm going to leave you on for a second. And I
guess what's so frustrating about this is that nothing has changed on our end or when we do our tests with our guests, that everything is fine. We had everybody here on the screen earlier, and then I don't know if it's just bad internet connections. I don't know. So yeah, that is frustrating to say the least. So one, I can talk about another event that did not make it into the top 5 things newsletter, but it has made it in there before. Every week since COVID has started, Eric Gagney from the Toadstool, he runs the music side of Toadstool. He also is in charge of organizing the thing in the spring, which usually happens in June. And he's also partnered with Nova Arts in Keene. They do a listening party every Saturday night. So he chooses an album that has impacted his life. And he writes this essay about how it's impacted his life, like I said, and, different ideas about the album, I guess I should say. So that essay is always found in the transcript, and then also we have it on the website. So I've listened to a few of the albums. It's broadened my reach of music, which is really cool. Not every time do we get feedback on events when we have put them into the newsletter, but this week I reached out to Michelle Stahl at the Monadnock Center for History and Culture. Last weekend was the Fairy House tour, and there was a little bit of activities that were happening outside and inside, and as you know, Saturday was super hot. So I asked her how it went, and she said they had about 100 people come through. So she was very pleased with that, and I thought that was a great turnout for, times of COVID and it being really hot. So that was good feedback. That the little plugs that we do help. One other thing that I will mention, that we're big supporters of course, all businesses in the area. And I have been plugging as much as I can the Peterborough Community Theater, because I think that is one of the staples of our community, not just for Peterborough, but for the region. We have the smaller Wilton Theater, but there's nothing like it as of now. I mean, when the Park Theater starts, there'll be another screen available, but Vanessa was trying to keep the doors open, keep the money coming in with popcorn sales on the weekend. She had mystery movies. And then this past week, she had a first run movie, Military Wives, that came out. And the article that came out in the paper, I can't remember the specific numbers, but I think for 2 showings, she had nobody show up. And then throughout the rest of the showing, I think she had maybe 9 people in total show up. So so they've got a GoFundMe out there to keep the Peterborough Theater alive. And she's asking 10,000 and they're at 8 something. So that's good. And then they've been renting out, or the idea is to rent out the theater for your friends and close relatives. So
we have some news. One, I see that Doug is back.
okay.
2, they have lost their internet connection with Lynn. So she's gonna try one more time, but let me get in Doug here.
Well, there's still people holding on in Facebook land, so they must like my rambling. I'm waiting
All right.
for somebody
Thank
better.
you.
You're welcome.
Should I move? It looks like I don't know if I'm.
All right. Here we go. Doug, hold on one second. We're going to figure this one out. It's a little hard. Let me try. I'm gonna go off screen for a second because we can't trying to get you. All right, great. Well, thank you for your coming back on again and again. There's craziness. Lynn Lambert, she said the internet's completely out at their house. So I don't know if it's something to do with a storm today or whatever it is, but it's a combination of a lot of factors. But so glad you're here finally. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And who is joining you today?
So this is my friend Jack Henry. We play together in a band called Decatur Creek, and actually we are playing tomorrow night. Kim was talking about the live music in Greenfield.
Yeah,
that's at the Hungry Goats Eatery, and we are the band that's playing there tomorrow night.
Oh, there you go.
So thanks.
There you go.
Along with our missing member, who is Beth Eldridge. She's our singer, fiddle player, guitar player extraordinaire, and we're missing her tonight. But this is Jack and I play a lot together, and I do solo stuff as well.
Now, before we get into the music, and I'm not going to wait too long, but I'd love to know. I'd love to ask our musical guests is what motivated them to get to have a passion for music? Was it something, were you playing very young? When you were growing up, did you take lessons, or parents promoted lessons, or school?
My brother had a guitar laying around the house, and I was listening to a lot of what I call good music back then. A lot of Leo Kottke and Allman Brothers and stuff like that. And I always loved singer-songwriters. I was a big Cat Stevens fan, John Prine, Simon and Garfunkel. The list goes on and on. But I think I was moved to emulate the people that I admired and what they were doing. So I think that's what started the whole thing. And I love the writing part of it. I love the playing part of it. The singing, I think everybody hates their own voice, but people keep asking me to play, and they ask us to play, and it's just fun. There's a great community of musicians all around this whole Monadnock area that play together.
And this show is a testament to what we have, the depth of the resources of people in all genres of music and singing as well, and all age groups. It's really pretty phenomenal what we have around here. It's so the bench strength is so deep. But listen, I'm not going to take up any more time, because I want to get into the songs you're going to play for us today. So I am going to turn things over to you guys and let the music happen.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is a song called Two Lights, which is on our latest CD, which is called Rising. And I wrote this song for my daughter and her husband, Buddy, Maya and Buddy, but it's called Two Lights. There's a lifetime, it's coming, it's a long ways away. We'll be old, sitting by a fire, and always remember this day. This road will bend, this road will wind. Never the twain shall part, while there's two lights to shine. Shine your love light, shine your love light with mine. So the world's a little brighter when there's two lights to shine. We get on and we get older, let us not stray. It's only half a world on a shoulder when there's two to carry the weight. Shine your love light, shine your love light with mine. So the world's a little brighter when there's two lights to shine. I'll shine a little light on your darkness. You can and surely shines so all night. And all the world's a little brighter when there's two lights to shine. All the world's a little brighter when there's two lights to shine. All right, so I guess we'll go right into another one. This is a new song. All these are originals, and this is called "Time is King." Well, I'm older than I've ever been, younger than I'll ever be again. Sure as night, follow this dawn. I'll be older than the man who wrote this song. And it's a hard sell, that price between heaven and hell. The place I heard about and the other I know well. So what do you reckon you know now? You've been the horse, you've been the plow. It's a tick of the clock, it's a bird on the wing. Time is king. Please pardon my appearance during my renovation. I've been hitting life a little hard, and I'm in need of restoration. Body's dying, but your spirit is not. This is forever. Have you forgotten? Until I find out where the hope is, I'll be closed till further notice. So what do you reckon you know now? You've been the horse, you've been the plow. It's a tick of the clock, it's a bird on the wing. Time is king. Time is king. Okay. Well, I'm not hearing anything, so hopefully we're still on. we'll go ahead and we'll do another song.
Wait, I just want to let you know we are with you.
All right.
You are not, and you have fans over on YouTube as well as on Facebook are with us, and I can only say bless you for all of you viewers who are still with us after one of our famous glitch days, and we've had quite a few in 36 shows. But you guys, thank you so much, and keep going. But I did want to let you know, I figured I'd keep more of the music and less of me breaking in, but I wanted to make sure you knew that you're coming over loud and clear, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to turn it right back to you, Doug, and go right ahead.
Should we do one more? Should we do two more?
Oh, let's do two more.
Okay.
Awesome. All right.
Two more. All right.
Okay, this song is called Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. And I was prompted to write a song around a theme of midlife crisis. And
That was some years ago, right?
yeah, you're right. I'm past midlife. I'm on the downhill
Just
side
kidding.
now. Yeah, I'm not.
He's the youngest guy in the band.
But yeah, it was the first time I ever had to write a song, or I was, I was
Assigned.
Yes, I was
You were
assigned a
assigned.
song. Usually they just wander in and show up on their own. Anyway, this is called Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Jacques Cousteau, make a life at sea. Now I'm banging nails and now I'm cutting wood on my phone. Well, it's smarter than me. When Chris Columbus was 23, he was half as old as he was ever gonna be. He said, I need a life, I need a girl, I need to stay around a flat world. Make it round. And he did. Well, I coulda, woulda, shoulda done so much more by now. Half a life sitting on a bench. Gotta change the world somehow. Somehow. Somewhere there's an old chair on an old porch waiting for my tired old ass. I gotta come to something quick, or this life is gone past. Start a new day, take out the gray, buy a new car, new guitar, run 10,000 new songs. Join a gym, go for a swim, take a hike, ride a bike, climb Mount Everest. Maybe just Monadnock. I coulda, woulda, shoulda done so much more by now. Half a life sitting on a bench. Gotta change the world somehow. Somehow. My dog is just as happy as she can be. She's a furry, four-legged, stress-free version of a crazy me. She doesn't know if it's Monday or Friday, if I'm in black or white or who Jesus Christ is. Knows nothing about pride and ego, fear of tomorrow. She says, hey, what's a midlife crisis? Well, I coulda, woulda, shoulda lived just 1 minute at a time. Good life is just the sum of its parts. I have not known most of mine. A good life is just the sum of its parts. I have not known most of mine. Most of mine. I should have danced more. I should have bought Donna more flowers.
Not a bad idea.
No. She's done so much. Fixed our computer tonight.
It's not too late.
I know it's not too late. Okay, so thanks for listening to us. Thanks for having us on. We're going to do one more. This is called We'll Grow Young. I was thinking about my old teacher. I worked with him and he taught me carpentry. I was his apprentice. His name was John Bott. He was from New Jersey. And he used to ask me this question, Doug, do you want to be a carpenter when you grow up? And I would say, yes, sir, I do. And he'd say, well, that's too bad because you can't have it both ways. You got to pick one or the other. I think he was right.
Well,
I'm still a carpenter. And I've grown up a little. Not too much. I haven't grown up too much. But this is called We'll Grow Young. This is also on our second CD by Decatur Creek. And they're available on iTunes and whatever.
Amazon, Apple, streaming.
Google, Apple, all that stuff.
Recorded right in Jaffrey, by the way.
Yes.
At Loud Sun Studios.
Loud Sun Studios, Ben Rogers. Great place to record. I'll take a little trip somewhere back in time. There's a switch I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna cross the line. Gonna laugh and play again before I'm done. Find the key to the universe when I grow young. Time I've come to see there's a little boy inside of me, hides away from a man who has no time to pray. And I march on in quiet desperation, that child and I in silent separation. If I come knocking at your door, come on out and play once more. We'll go out into the sun, and you and I will grow young. You and I will grow young. You and I will grow young. So you're a little wrinkled, hell, I'm a little tired. Truth is, I know about that little girl inside. She hides away from spring till spring. When the guard's asleep, I can hear her sing. If I come knocking at your door, come on out and play once more. We'll go out into the sun, and you and I will grow young. You and I will grow young. You and I will grow young. You and I will grow young.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Jack. I'm reminding folks that to find out more about what Doug's doing, go to DougFarrellMusic.com. It's up on the screen. Jack, do you have a website for your music?
We actually have a band website, Decatur Creek. So if you just Google Decatur Creek, you'll find it.
Wonderful. We'll put that into our show notes as well.
Excellent.
And Kim has been promoting after you mentioned that you're the folks at in Greenfield tomorrow night. So if you want to mention that again, I'll let Doug, if you want to say it again, where in Greenfield and at what time?
Sorry, it's Saturday night.
Oh, excuse me, Saturday. Yeah.
Right, and it's at the Hungry Goats Eatery on the corner of Slip Road right in Greenfield. It's
right downtown.
Right across from the church. And they have great food and drinks and outdoor seating.
Right.
And you can even sit on the grass across the street if you'd like to bring a chair and just relax and
Nice.
grab something and walk across the street and listen to the music in comfort and safety.
It'll be about 6:30 to 8:30 tomorrow, Saturday evening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Oh.
Beth will be joining us as well.
And that's I mean, have you guys ventured out and done much live so far?
We've had a lot of stuff canceled.
Yeah.
No, we've played 2 gigs since March live, and we have some good ones coming up. We're going to be at a Sunflower Festival in, where is that?
It's in Lee, New Hampshire on August 1st at noontime.
Wow.
And we also had originally scheduled, don't know yet whether it's confirmed yet or not, but originally Friday evening, July 31st, we were going to be right downtown in Jaffrey at the Sunflowers Cafe, but we haven't heard back yet as to whether or not that's a go. So,
well, if Carolyn is tuning in tonight, Carolyn, the guys want to know if it's a go. Well, I am sure that the venues that you're playing at are keeping everyone distanced appropriately and handling all the precautions that are needed right now.
everything we've done and appear to be doing going forward is outdoors as well.
Oh, good.
That makes it better and easier.
Good. Well, all the best to you. Keep creating the great music that you guys do. And we hope to have you when we're open on the Park Theater stage.
Great.
Awesome.
That'd
We'd love
be
it.
wonderful.
All right. Well, have a great time in Greenfield, and we hope to see you guys soon.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So again, Decatur and music, and I know I'm trying to remember this has been that type of day, but if you go to DougFarrellMusic.com, you will be able to find out everything about Doug and Jack as well, and their band. And we once again, we're sorry we were with glitches. And so sorry for Lynn. We were all looking forward to that interview because, as I mentioned in the front of the show, that Lynn is the granddaughter of Romolo Vanni, and Romolo is the man that started the Park Theater in 1922. And Lynn has many, many stories to tell, and introspection on this incredible Italian immigrant who came here with not much and created something very special and a life for his family, and created families here in America, and also created something very special that has lived on now coming up close to 100 years. So that's pretty darn remarkable. But she has the story to tell, and we will try to get her next week. As we said earlier, is Sadie Halliday from the Bean Group on Tuesday and Granite Peach Group on Thursday. So let's hope that we can get Lynn back the following week, and we'll try to spend a whole show with Lynn maybe. Because we have, I see them in front of me, but I'm not going to show them until Lynn is here, about just slide after slide of the history of the Park Theater and Lynn's family and Romulo and his theater, as well as his store that he had here in downtown Jaffrey on Main Street. So we will pay tribute via Lynn to Romulo in the very near future. I also want to thank Kim again for stepping in a few times while we were trying to iron out the problems with Lynn, but they happen. And boy, if you're a regular viewer of this theater, of this Park Theater show, you know that they do. So we know what's going on next week of our guests. So we hope to see you on Tuesday at 5 p.m. here on Park Theater's Monadnock Tonight. And we'll leave tonight by saying the following, as we always do. Be safe, be healthy, be kind, and be hopeful, because we can do this. Thank you, everybody. This is Steve Jackson saying good night. And thanks to everyone for sticking with us through this. And we will see you next week. Have a great weekend. We love that you're part of the show.